Hey RogueTech fans, Blaine here once again, and today we've got From the Deep. This is one of my favourite Flashpoints. It's really short, it's literally just one mission, but this is where you meet the MekaGojira and you unlock the MekaGojira. Now, I have to be so careful not to read this out in the Japanese accent because it sounds like I'm like taking the mick or being racist or something. I'm really not. I just love all the old Japanese films and stuff like that, and it just comes straight to my mind. Can't help it. But I'm going to avoid that. Anyway, so what are we up against? We are up against one single MekaGojira, a 200-ton Godzilla-based mech, and a couple of little support units with it. So why is it so difficult? Because this mech is a zombie. It can't be killed. I've actually built myself a set of units because you can only take mechs up to 100 tons with you. Any more than that, not allowed to bring it. So no super heavies for this mission. So, as I say, huge radiation spikes coming from all over the city, all originating from the nearby sea of the area. Oh my, what's happening? It's like something's rising out of the waters and smashing the place up. The local military has been ineffective and the Koreans want us to hot drop and check it out. So here we go. As Darius says, this is the kind of thing that monster movies are made of. And they really are. But he's getting the popcorn? I mean, come on, shouldn't he be assisting in some way? Right, From the Deep is listed as a difficulty 8 mission, 4 green skulls. So in reality, remember you can only bring 4 units, assume that's about a difficulty 16 type mission, and it is not that easy. So bring stuff that can either overheat it, can knock it down, can punch it in the head, or shoot it in the head. Because the only way we can kill this thing is to either crit the engine out 3 times, or take the pilot out. I'm going for taking the pilot out at the same time as keeping it under control. I don't know if these mechs are going to work because they're specially built for it. So what am I bringing with me? Oh, I'm going to have to clear all these. Right, let's clear all the pilots out of the way from my previous mission. Yeah, I have a lot of pilots, a lot of mechs. Lots of battle armors because I bring loads of these little guys with me and they've been absolutely brilliant. But they're not joining me today. This felt might be tempting because it could make the MekaGojira fall over, but it could also make my own units fall over. So, what have I got? I'm going to be bringing with me today the Black Rose. You're familiar with that one? That one's always piloted by Oddball. So let's lob him straight in. He still hasn't got 40. Has he really not had 40 drops in this thing? He does! There we go. The Shrike is up to 38 drops, so he's getting so close to getting the second of the affinities ready. So what else am I bringing? I'm bringing a Phoenix Hawk 2C. What have I done with this one? I've gone and fitted it with a pair of harpoons and a pair of tasers. This thing is designed to go and basically go in, kick it and make it destabilize so it'll fall over. And then I've got myself a couple of pyromaniacs. What's special about pyromaniacs, you ask? Well, you might not be bothered, but hey, it's got this FCS Pyro. This is the FCS that adds 1 heat damage to every single shot that it does. So, the 2 that I've got, what have we got here? We've got, this one's the repeating T-Semp, so it's got a T-Semp, a repeating T-Semp, and a bunch of little micro pulse lasers. Whereas the other one, this is the one that will massively overheat things. Again, the cockpit is actually this fixed Dragon Breath. You have no choice about that. And then I have added a couple of clan plasma cannons to further up the heat and medium pulse lasers. And these are the special pirate ones. They fire 35 shots each. So that means that's 35 heat plus 10% from every single one of these, and I've got 4 on board. I'm hoping that I can keep this mech completely under control and shut down. I'm going to be bringing the Black Rose in as the main target, and then the other guys are just coming in to basically keep it, to keep whacking it until it goes down. It's going to be a little bit Shaun of the Dead like, you know, where they're going around with the cricket bat hitting the zombie. Yeah, I'm just imagining that's exactly what we're going to have happening later. Right, so who are we going to get to pilot these things? That is a good question because I have not decided that. Neuron hasn't been out for a while. And he's got absolutely no experience in any of them, but he can take one of the pyromaniacs. And then I think we will also put... I'm going to take Hero, because Hero has this ability that means every one of his shots acts as though it's breaching. So if we put him in the Pyromaniac with the pulse lasers, I think that would be quite good. And then the final pilot, who are we going to take? Oh, I can't decide. Maybe I should actually bring myself for a change. Yeah, Blaine can have a go out. He's a bit rubbish compared to the other pilots, but then that's what the commanders are all like, isn't it? You know, when you compare them to the likes of Oddball, it's like, look at all of those different skills. And it's like, Blaine, what? Anyway, let's deploy.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Right, let's drop and meet this monster from the deep.
Command interface initiated.
Now you can never be quite sure what's going to join it, so we'll find out in a few minutes. But first there's some little text coming on, and this is the bit where I have to be careful not to read it wrong. Look, it's MekaGojira. You see how I'm just resisting. Don't do it, even though I want to say it in how you would actually see it in one of the old Japanese films. Anyway, it's MekaGojira. Love it. Okay, we've got fog again, so this is why I've switched it off, so that you guys can actually see what's going on, because we don't want to have it completely clouding the view. It would be so dull fighting MekaGojira if we literally couldn't see it. Okay, we have got something with a sword and a DNI. I wonder what that would be. So the MekaGojira himself is going to be over here in the middle of the field, whereas the supporting units are over the side here. I'm thinking we might just go and sort them out first. Now the MekaGojira does come with a couple of very large Gauss rifles, heavy Gauss rifles, so you don't want to get hit by them. What do I want to do? I'm going to... yeah, we'll just run as normal, I think. We should be absolutely fine. Or do I want to send these guys down here? And I could actually just... no, go on, send them all round. Right, so we're going to start bouncing along with our Shrike.
Have a little fight.
What I might do, actually, I might just use the Shrike and the Phoenix Hawk to sort these the extra units out, whereas then we can get on with it with the two Pyromaniacs. They can start advancing on the MekaGojira. They've got fairly good stealth because they've got black carapace.
Onward.
So long as they don't take a crit, which ruins them, I'll be absolutely fine.
Moving out.
I do love the black carapace. It's got Hajo built in. It's got stealth built in. I mean, it's a nice set of armor. It's not the best as far as stealth goes, because, you know, if you whack a void on it, literally nothing's going to see it until you're right on top of them. But it's still not bad.
They will be done.
Okay, we don't yet see the MekaGojira. Where is he hiding? He is currently... looks like he's at the base of this ramp here. I say he because I'm assuming it is Godzilla as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to just come in very carefully here because I don't want to be shot, so I'm going to use the buildings as cover. Oh, what have I done? I say, oh yeah, I'm going to use the buildings as cover, and then look at what happens. Right, I could attempt T-Semp hit, or I could brace. He's got MRM 40s he's got, and Snub-Nosed PPC, he's changed a little bit. Maybe I'm mistaking him for a different one, but anyway, that's some serious weaponry against me. I'm just going to brace, because then I'm going to be better stealthed, I'm going to be better protected, otherwise I'm going to be stuffed. Oh dear.
I'm
What am I
telephoning you
like?
from a cafe about 10 miles south of Masurier, and I wondered if you could do me a favor.
Right, so we're going to get Oddball heading over this way in his Shrike, so you can get closer to the extra units. It looks like we've got a vehicle, and, oh, a Roughneck. So we've got a Roughneck and a Fulcrum over here, and then two other units. We've got a Super Griffin. Ah, that would be the one with the sword. Oh, it looks damaged already. And another 50-ton vehicle with suspicious cargo, so don't get too close, it will blow up. I've never actually used harpoons and tasers before, so I'm really quite looking forward to trying this out. I'm hoping it will completely destabilise whatever I shoot at.
Heading that way.
And of course, if all of these, when we get back over to the MekaGojira, are targeted on it, it'll pretty much shut it out of business for the entire match, as far as I can see. So,
Affirmative.
did I fit these Pyromaniacs with any AMS? I hope so, otherwise they could be in trouble. Just a standard laser AMS. Oh dear. And yeah, the MekaGojira's got 80 missiles. MRM40, right, I need to get myself out of line of sight this time because otherwise I am going to be in huge trouble. So we're just going to creep behind this building here and hide.
I'm your spaniel.
Yes, hiding is a valid tactic. You're fighting something that big. I think it's a perfectly valid tactic.
Waiting for orders.
And then Hero can also hide behind the same building.
Roger.
The thing is, what I really want is to be able to deal with the little guys, the ads, and then have all 4 of them come back in, because obviously Oddball and Blaine are much faster, and so they can get around the map so much more quickly than any of the others. Right, Oddball is going into line of sight, so I'm going to make sure we put his Phantom on so that he can stay protected. What are we going to do with Blaine? Oh, I could actually... Oh, I could go straight in now. I think we'll put Blaine's Phantom on as well. And can I get out line of sight of one of these two? No, I cannot. Right, we're just going to take the high road there, so we sit on top of the building, so we gain that little bit of height advantage. And let's see what happens if we shoot this roughneck. 2 tasers, 2 harpoons, 99% with each. Yeah, this should be interesting. I should have actually turned on these, shouldn't I? I'm just thinking I'm going to turn my enhanced imaging on. I'm going to make my Angel passive, so I'm less likely to be hit. I've also got stealth armor on this lamb. So it's a stealthy Phoenix Hawk 2C. Very nice. Okay, let's fire. So what's going to happen to it? It didn't shut down. I was hoping it was going to shut down, but no such luck with the taser shots from that one. And it didn't fall. I was thinking it would do a lot more stability damage than that. But yeah, well, I'm sure it's fine. He's
Hey
run
man,
away.
I'm about to put you onto something very good, and you are giving me your problems.
Okay, we are basically going up ahead,
Have
and
a
the
little
next
break.
turn we will be able to land on top of one of these with my Black Rose. I love this mech. Built specifically for going into for Gladiator Flashpoints, as you know, and it's been so much fun. I still need, though, the better upgrades for the legs, because it's got some ability to jump on things, but I need better.
There goes the paint job.
Right, so what have we got?
What's up, boss?
What are we going to do over here? We've got the MekaGojira's taken itself behind these buildings, so we can stay totally out of line of sight, I think. He's probably going to see if he comes through there, so what I might do, I might reserve these guys and then let the MekaGojira move first. Oh, in the meantime we've got the Super Griffins coming back to attack Oddball. Yeah, completely missed. And Oddball, remember, is the only non-stealth unit here. So, Blaine's turn.
Huh?
I'm thinking I'm going to go up and... Oh, I can't quite kick. I'm not in range, that's a shame. I was hoping I could go and kick the roughneck to make it fall over and then fire my stuff at it, but yeah, we'll just move up a little bit,
Heading
that's
that
fine.
way.
So let's plant another couple of tasers in its back, see if it shuts down this time. This is kind of practice for when we go against the big guy in a minute. It did not shut down. Do the tasers shut them down, or is that just the T-Semps? Oh, it's made him super accurate, as you can see.
There goes the paint job.
And it's of course increased the heat that he generates as well, so yep, that little mech is not going to do very well. I'm not sure why that one missed, because I haven't shot that one yet. Right, I think the plan next turn is going to be to actually jump Oddball straight on top of the bandit to take that out of action. And this time we can actually go round the back and kick using the Phoenix Hawk. Okay, has the MekaGojira moved? It has. It's now behind these buildings here, so that means I can follow it around the back this way. I think if we move to there we should be safe enough. I mean, you notice I've got Mask and Supercharger on Hero's Mech, and I think I've just got a Supercharger on Neuron, so... Oh no, I've got both on, again, Mask and Supercharger. So when we need to, we can really get a turn of speed and catch up to it. But for now, we're just kind of stalking our prey. It is. I'm going to show you this guy because the MekaGojira is a lovely looking mech. I mean, oops, isn't that a gorgeous model? You know, I mean, do you know what the only sad thing is? The actual mech itself isn't that great, but I just wish it was, because I would love to have a whole squad of these just because they look amazing. Right, anyway, I'm getting distracted for doing the fighting here, so I better get on with it.
Music very loud.
Okay, we're one turn away from being able to use Phantom again, so I'm going to
Calms us
jump
down.
on... Ooh, it's not a high accuracy, but yeah, let's give it a go. 44% chance DFA. Trying to land behind it, we're going to land in the trees so that we get some defense, and we've completely missed.
Here you go, more negative waves.
Orders?
Right, what are we going to do over here? I'm a bit concerned that if I stay here, the MekaGojira is going to come out here and see us, so we're going to race up to the next buildings to hide behind those.
I copy.
Oh, look how close we're getting now. So close we can almost
what's
smell
that?
it. Would it have a smell? I've always imagined Godzilla would have done, so I'm sure the MekaGojira would. Right, I'm going to kick this guy in the back, and hopefully, because he's been hit with the harpoons, it'll make him much more likely to fall over.
Bring in the pain.
Oh, there we go. Big old kick, that's great. Still not had a shutdown. I've been really disappointed by that. I thought we were going to get it shutting down like every other turn. Oh, what have you got? You've hit me with a Mr. Zappy 2 Super Griffin. The MML maybe, or the PPC? Don't know.
I await your command.
Well, we're going to take him out of action pretty quickly, but they're not. These mechs aren't the best. I mean, they're really sort of memey and great fun, but they're not sort of high damage. But I just wanted to have some fun at beating up the MekaGojira and seeing what happens. I don't even mind if the mechs don't survive. That's it's all part of the experience. I mean, come on, if you're fighting Godzilla in mech form, you don't expect everybody to survive, do you? Now the problem with these little hovercrafts is that they have a minimum movement, so you noticed it still had to go quite a distance away from me. And we've got this, the fulcrum seems to be running away, so it looks like we're going to have to chase it afterwards. Oh, what are we going to do? Right.
Crazy.
Oddball.
I mean, like, so many positive waves. Maybe we can't lose. You're on.
Where's the Super Griffin run to? It's right next to me. So, what do you reckon? Shall I land on the Super Griffin? That's only 44%. Oh, no, let's land on this one, because that's a huge 99% chance. So let's land on the Roughneck and take it out of action.
Always put the negative wave, Moriarty.
Oh, you know what I've forgotten to do?
The negative wave.
I've forgotten to reactivate Phantom. Ooh, that's Roughneck's nearly
Yes,
down,
Commander.
but not quite there. So, the MekaGojira is over there at the moment. Can we still creep closer? I think so, unless it turns around on us. I mean, to be fair, it's taken me almost the time that those two have been playing around with their units up there to get in place to take out this MekaGojira. What is this bandit doing? I thought it was charging me for a second there. Nope, not charging me. Okay.
Huh?
So I'm thinking I can either take out the Roughneck or I can go and kick the Super Griffin. The Super Griffin seems to be quite a high heat unit, so I think we'll go round the back. Ooh, it's not very accurate, is it, for the tasers against this thing? But
Heading that way.
if we get a successful kick, the accuracy
Bring in
will
the
go
pain.
right up. We got the kick in, so that's destabilised it. There we go. We've shut it down, and we've made it fall over. That's exactly what I wanted to happen with this. Oh, bleeding out 7. I could have done with saving that when we were fighting the MekaGojira, but it'll do. Right. So I am a little bit concerned. I'm only going to go up to here with the second Pyromaniac. The problem is I think we need all 4 mechs coordinating in order to ensure that this thing stays shut down. Uh-oh, he's coming back after me. I'm in trouble now. I think he can see me. Oh, no, no, I'm safe. That was a little bit too close for comfort. Where are you heading to, Fulcrum? Do you know, it almost took down the coolant system there, and we know how bugged those are at the moment, so I'm quite glad it didn't have quite enough damage to take it out of action. Okay, he's managed to
There
hit
goes the paint
mostly the opposition, so that's fine by me. Right, the Super Griffin is standing up, but wait a minute, wasn't he shut down a second ago? Right, so back to
what's
Blaine first. Ooh, I don't know. I think I'm going to go and kick the roughneck this time, because then it faces me the better direction.
Heading that way.
And we'll let the Shrike try and land on the Super
Bring it
Griffin,
up. Hey.
because that Super Griffin's going to be an easy target. There we go. Roughneck is out of action. Just thinking, how? Oh my God! It's blown up.
Oh, getting hot in here.
Oh dear.
Getting hot in here.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
Oh, getting hot in here.
Yeah. Yeah, that completely blew up and has caused loads of heat on my units. Not quite what I wanted to happen, but hey, it's all fun and games. Right, Oddball, you're up. So Oddball is going to put Phantom on. Now, yeah, I can still jump on this Super Griffin. It's still 100%, even with the extra heat that's been hit on me. So let's do this. See if we can take him out. Now DFAs are great because they often hit the head, and so you often see the pilot taken out of action. Just not this time, but he has fallen down again. Remember, it's bleeding out 7 already, and now it's bleeding out for 5 more turns. Why don't you just eject? Just go. Oh, here comes the MekaGojira. Now I'm in trouble. Ouch. That was a lot of
My
missiles.
armor's getting stripped off.
Okay,
Commander?
let's get Hero out there. Oh dear, what is going on? I don't think that's going to be far enough, is it? So I'm going to activate his supercharger so he can go at least another square to get out of the sight of this giant wee beastie. There we go, and we're going to put vigilance on as well, just to remove those instability pips. Right, that wasn't fun, but thankfully, with his black carapace, he should be alright in repair.
Daniel.
So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to walk around the back of this building here with Neuron, because then again it keeps me out of line of sight of this thing. All we're doing is we're toying with this MekaGojira and hiding from it until we can bring the other 2 units across. I mean, we've pretty much destroyed 2 of the mechs, because that Super Griffin, we could just leave it. Should we just leave it? Yeah, he's bleeding out. I think what we're going to do is going to go after the... Oh, he's standing up again. We're going to go after the 2 hovercraft, although I think one of them may have disappeared to the far side of the map. Yeah, I might leave that until last. He's ejected, there we go. I thought the Super Griffin would do that.
Ready for orders.
Right, so Hero is safe there, so we're going to just reserve him at the moment, I think. And reserve him again. Right, Oddball, can you reach any of the targets?
Always with the negative wave.
Okay, Oddball is going to attempt to jump on the Fulcrum. It's just over a 50-50 odds. Let's do it.
Always with the negative wave, Moriarty. Always with the negative wave.
I mean, this is where I need the extra bonuses for the legs. As I said, I've so far... Oh, we did actually hit it, look. Oh, that's not so bad. But yeah, the issue with the Shrike is, if you look at the legs, I've currently got 1 leg DFA self-damage, only a single plus version there. And on the other leg, we've got a self-damage plus and a leg DFA plus. In the game, you can get plus versions of both of these, and I want some of those because it increases your accuracy for DFAs and it reduces the amount of damage you do to yourself. And of course, the Shrike has the Jade Talons. You only find these fitted to a limited number of Jade Falcon mechs, and they're awesome. Really, really lovely for DFAing.
What's that?
Not too bad for kicking. Right, what on earth am I going to do here? I've completely destabilized, overheated. So I think we're going to turn off our weaponry. We don't need the imaging cockpit on, and let's just go and see if we can get a kick against this. At least it'll help me cool down a bit.
Heading that way.
You don't expect a stack pole, do you, when you go and hit something like that? But I suppose you should, really.
Getting hot in here.
Okay, he's
Getting hot in here.
still a bit warm, but it's not too bad. It could be worse. We had to pass through all of that fire.
Standing by.
And yeah, I think with Hero we're just going to keep him reserved again and let the MekaGojira move first. Oh good, the bandit is coming back, so it's making itself an easy target to be jumped on. It's gone and walked in the it's gone and walked into the fire and given itself an engine crit, and its supercharger has also been destroyed. Oh dear. What a classy pilot that vehicle pilot is. Right, what else are we going to do? We're going to just sit here again, because when is that going to go?
Holding to the right.
Until the MekaGojira moves, I don't know where the safe spots are. Oh, he can see me. That's not good. Instead, he's gone and hit his own fulcrum. Oh, yeah, I love it when you get friendly fire, as long as the friendly fire isn't against your own units. Right, it looks as though I can move to there, and then I think we'll just stand there. Oh, make sure you turn your supercharger off. These things start potentially going off after just one turn now, so keep an eye on them. But of course, with today's patch, they've actually been changed, so they don't do quite as much damage when they go off. They just crit the engine. I say just crit. Of course, every crit to your engine means you go so much slower. Right, is the fulcrum going to eject with the amount of damage he's taken? I think he should. No, he's going to still fire at me.
There goes the paint job.
Right.
I'm ready.
Okay, Neuron is up first. I think Neuron is safe from the MekaGojira. Although, just in case, I'm going to take him around the back of this building here.
Moving to position.
I had expected it to be a little bit quicker against the 4 opposition with Oddball and Blaine, but hey, you know, we're almost
we got a
there.
loudspeaker here, and when we go into battle, we play music very loud.
Okay, I think what we're going to do is we're going to jump on the bandit. Oh, it's not great odds, is it? But yeah, 37%. Let's do it.
Always with the negative wave, Moriarty. Always
I think
with
we've
the
missed.
negative wave.
No, we have missed.
There you go, more negative waves. Have a little faith, baby. Have a little faith.
Uh-oh, he's got... Oh no, the MekaGojira has gone and hit the coolant
Getting
tower.
hot in here.
That's going to make it even worse for poor Blaine. Let's have a look. Did it affect everyone across the board with heat this time like it has been? No, it didn't seem to. That's awesome. Okay. Maybe whatever had caused it has actually been fixed. Can I see him where I am? No, I can't. I'm just going to go back behind the building here.
I'm going.
I know it looks like I'm being a complete wuss and hiding, and yeah, that's because I'm being a complete wuss and hiding. Yeah, well, I just want to get a coordinated strike on it because I know how dangerous this thing is with its many missiles. Ouch. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
Right, Hero again is also going to shift himself along to keep himself safe. Come on then, where are we going to go? I should have brought some higher accuracy weaponry because unfortunately hovercraft are very difficult to go after.
What's that?
I'm a bit concerned actually because Blaine is really overheating at the moment. I mean, if I was to try and kick this thing at such low odds, it's just not worth it. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put Vigilance on. And I'm going to land him because while you're in the air with the lamb, you're actually using a whole load more heat than usual. And I'm also going to turn off my stealth because that also uses extra heat. Now I can see I'm in line of sight there from the MekaGojira, but if I go to the back here, I should be okay.
Heading that way.
And this way at least I can get rid of some of that heat and hopefully go back into the fight again. There we go.
Huh?
Right, so it looks like everything is back in place with Blaine, so I'm going to put the stealth back on so that we can do that. We're going to take off again. And then we're going to go and try and kick one of these. What have we got odds-wise? Well, not great. Just have to wait now, because obviously whenever you do something with a lamb, it takes quite a long time to calculate because it has such a huge range that it can move over. Okay, that would be a 19% melee. And this one, it doesn't look like we can melee at all. I'm thinking we're just going to go round the back here.
Heading that way.
And probably just brace one more turn. I've always thought the Phoenix Hawk 2C makes the most dubious noise for any flying unit. It's like, hey, if I had a plane that was making that noise, I wouldn't get in it. No way. So, anyway, maybe I should shoot. I don't know. Yeah, go on. We'll try and shoot the fulcrum. I have no idea how good tasers and harpoons are against vehicles. Well, they're no good whatsoever if they don't hit.
Whip.
I'm receiving.
Right, so we're going back over here to Neuron. I think he's perfectly safe there, so we're just going to sit.
Holding here.
And Oddball is going to attempt to jump on the bandit that's right the way over here, I think. Come on, let's see if we can hit it this time.
Negative wave, Moriarty.
Oh, we've
with the
missed
negative
again.
wave. Always with the negative waves, Moriarty. Always with the negative wave.
These hovercraft are causing me a lot of grief because they have so many pips. I'm just wondering, maybe we should just go in the back and shoot him. It's about time we did something, isn't it? Right, I'm going to make sure I can get out of line of sight by putting vigilance on. So this is my pulse unit with plasma cannon and dragon breath. It's not bad accuracies, is it? I mean, you know, 71%, 76%, I'm happy with that. Let's see how much damage it puts on. It didn't register. What? It was only 88 points of heat. I think this is where we need the other things like the T-Semps and stuff to come in as well, because then it's going to make a load more heat for him. Every time these vehicles take themselves through fire, at least they take some extra damage.
Crazy.
Right then, hero,
like, so
you're
many
up.
positive waves. Maybe we can't lose. You're on.
So Hero's going to shoot again, and this time just walk back. Oh, can I do that? No, I can't. It's a good job I didn't do that. I thought for a second there I had the ace ability. I don't. So if I try and shoot there, I'm just going to be a sitting duck. Right. Let's just go back behind the building for now.
On my way.
I think we've angered it by shooting it in the back, and now we just have to wait for the others to turn up. Where are we? We've got to get these little hovercraft. They're actually coming down now to go after my two down there, because I think they've got bored of waiting. Oh, okay. Phoenix Hawk has been hit by the MekaGojira. I was hoping I'd be out of line of sight, but it's one of the disadvantages of having a flying unit. It means that you're so much easier to see from further away. Right, what are we going to do?
Chance, man. No, they both had it. One of them's in the river and the other one's on the other side, burning.
Where have those vehicles... Where have they gone? Okay, one's gone... Oh, they've disappeared all the way over there. I think it's time to start moving on the MekaGojira. So, let's get Oddball getting closer in his Shrike. We can come back for the two hovercraft later. They're not particularly damaging or worrying.
What's that?
And I really want to find somewhere I can move out of line of sight. So if we go all the way behind this big old
Heading
tall
that
building,
way.
even though I'm in a flying unit, he can't possibly see me there. He says. And yeah, we'll just do that. We're going to save vigilance for later.
Yes, Commander.
Right. I am going to reserve, I think, because if he moves first, has he already moved? He has already moved, hasn't he?
Ready for orders.
So I'm just going to move up behind here, and it'll give me a bit of a shot at the hovercraft that's coming down the ramp. I say a bit of a shot, 6.9%. I'm probably going to destroy the building in front of me, aren't I? So, yeah, let's not do that. Could you imagine if I took the shot, accidentally destroyed the building in front of me, and left myself wide open to MekaGojira attack?
Some type of weird sandwich, not some nut who takes on 3 tigers.
Okay, if I go in now, I'm going to get seen by him, so I'm just going to jump over to
Have
here
a
so I
little faith.
gain the extra protection from the grass. And braced. Oh, what do I do? I'm going to wait, because this turn I am going in to attack the MekaGojira, so we need him to go first, and then we're going to race in with all 3 units and hope this works well and doesn't backfire horribly on me. So we'll reserve out until MekaGojira's turn. I would imagine here he goes. He might be able to see the Shrike. This is where I'm quite glad I got hardened ferrofibers and I'm sitting in like full protection in trees.
Hey, Kelly, what the hell's going on out there, man?
I mean that massively reduced the amount of damage I could have taken. Right, we are going to go in as fast as we can because we want to get right up behind him to make this fight happen. So I've put my mask on, I've put my supercharger on, and actually it's still not very fast because we're going through trees, but it's fast enough. Okay, here we go. The first pyromaniac is opening fire.
Target locked.
And as we know with Hero, every one of those shots is breaching, and we've added quite a lot of heat there to the MekaGojira. This is looking good. Oh, we'll just leave the little fulcrum to mess around. It might even hit one of my units sooner or later.
Minimal damage on that hit.
Right, Neuron is up next. So with Neuron Spec, we've got the 2 T-Sems, we've got the Dragon Breath, and we've got Micro Pulse Laser Arrays, which if I use 3 shots, that's better for the amount of heat that we're putting in from the Pyro. Ideally, I would have liked him to also have the Pulse Lasers, but I haven't got hold of any yet. Well, only the 4 so far that I've put on the other. So let's shoot this guy in the back.
Got it, Commander.
I didn't just shoot my own unit, did I? that was 2 very wide. Oh, here we go. We've got a nicely toasting MekaGojira. Its heat is going right up. So we're going to come in as well with Blaine next.
Heading that way.
Now, I should have been doing this on the others. I really should have put Phantom on those. But yeah, I forgot. Right, so we've got 2 tasers, we've got 2 harpoons. I must have critted that one because that's... Oh, the weapon's damaged already.
Lighting them up.
Okay, that's going to add even more heat next turn. So we're now coming in from the back. I make sure Mask and Supercharger are switched off. I'm going to come in and kick the MekaGojira. Because if I punch, it turns off quite a few of my weapons, you see, and I need those 2 T-Sems to hit. If I kick and hit him, it's going to remove the instability, remove the evasion pips, make him unstable, so all of my accuracies will increase. And we've hit with a kick. This is going to make hitting him so much easier and adding that heat. Whoa, did you see what happened there? Look at the heat on this thing. We've sent it into overdrive. And this is exactly what I built these units for. I figured if I do this, it's probably going to hopefully work. Yeah, I had so much confidence in myself. Right. So we're going to do exactly the same here. We're going to come in and kick with the Phoenix Hawk. I think now I'm in combat, I'll probably land for the next turn. And we're going to fire straight into him with everything we've got, hopefully destabilise him. It's shut him down with the heat now. And of course, when pilots shut down and when they've got ammunition or anything explosive on board, it can damage them. I mean, this guy still hasn't been hurt, so we've got our work cut out for us.
See, all the tanks we come up against are bigger and better than ours. So that all we can hope to do is, like, scare them away, you know?
Now, the reason I've got the Shrike is because the Shrike can punch. He's actually got himself... Where are we? If we look at his, I think it's this arm, isn't it? Yeah, we've got a Vibroclaw that I got. So that's an RTO item. You normally only see them on things like the Ghost Bear, Kodiak and stuff like that. So I was really lucky. And of course the Obsidian Skull has them. It's only 1 arm of punching, but that 1 arm could be enough to take out the pilot. Right, I don't think Hero's close enough to go into melee, so I'm actually going to run right the way up with him.
I copy.
So we're all standing around this thing. I'm going to put Phantom on just in case I get shot at. And then we're going to shoot it some more. With all the plasma cannons, the Dragon Breath, the pulse lasers. Right in the middle of the back.
Putting 1 in the back.
Yeah, one thing about those pulse lasers, they make a lot of noise. What? He's switched back on and he's reduced all that heat? How? How has he done this? Oh, he must have some sort of an emergency system on board to remove heat. That was a big dumping of heat that happened there. Oh, maybe it's because he was shut down as well, because that helps it, doesn't it? Right, I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to land with my Phoenix Hawk, because it just means that I can take advantage of the cover. So if I do get shot at, I'll take less damage. So we're going to start off. I could punch actually with this guy, can't I? No, I can't, because then I lose all of my weaponry. So yeah, we're just going to kick him.
Bringing the pain.
We might even end up making it fall over. Oh, he's gone straight back to high heat. Oh, not high heat, but a fair warmth of heat. Okay, this is the one that's already fought before, so he's already got his mask and supercharger off. So we're just going to do another kick, and we're going to fill it full of heat.
On for physical attack.
I've missed the kick. I mean, seriously, this thing is a gigantic block of metal, and I could not kick it. Ooh, he's not quite shut down, but he's so close. Right, so what am I going to do now? I'm going to go and jump across and land right on top of him. Let's see if we can get a DFA, because that will normally hit the pilot.
Always with the negative wave.
Oh, good land. Yes, what have we done to him? I think we've hurt myself more than we've hurt. It's moving. No, it's punching me. Oh, unbelievable. He's taken out one of my pyromaniacs. No. That's not good. Black Carapace has been destroyed. Oh, right. Come on, hero, it's your turn. Get in there and finish him off. But first, turn off your mask and supercharge so you don't blow yourself up. Oh, that is unbelievable. He's just gone and taken me out of action, just like that. Right, we should be able to hit him hard and overheat this thing. There we go, he's overheating again, but we've still got no pilot damage, although we do have Oddball in close now who can punch him in the head. That's what I'm hoping. Right, we're still waiting for the two hovercrafts to move. Oh, I can't believe I've lost my pyromaniac.
Here you go, more negative waves. Have a little faith, baby. Have a little faith.
Who was it? It was Neuron. At least Neuron is okay. He survived.
I'm drinking wine and eating cheese and catching some rays, you know.
Right, I'm actually going to go around this side here because then I'm facing away from those things up at the top. Don't forget to put your DNI on because that increases your melee chance of hitting and your damage. Put Phantom on because it all helps. And Angel ECM is on passive. Right, so we're finally actually going to do what I keep saying. We'll go around the front and we'll try and punch him and hopefully start taking that pilot out of action. Or am I punching him in the knees?
Well, I'm right. Hey, look, you know, if those engines are turning over, we can sneak right up the edge of town.
It doesn't look like we hit him in the head that time, unfortunately. We're just going to keep on kicking, and it's overheated at the moment, so we're just going to kick it and hopefully we'll knock this thing over. Because obviously if it falls, that pilot could end up taking damage from fall damage.
Oh, just when I needed to fire. Empty.
I've run out of ammo already. And he's gone and used up... Oh, we've taken some damage. Excellent. We have forced the pilot to be damaged because of the prototype heatsink explosion. And neural feedback on top of that. So that's 2 out of the 3 threshold for consciousness are now done. We've got to take him down again before we end up losing our own units. What am I going to do? Right, we're just going to go straight around the back and kick him again using Hero. Come on, Hero, let's overheat this thing before it hits us. And he's down! He is down! The pilot is incapacitated! We've done it! Now we just have to go after these 2 little things. That's such a shame though to lose one of my pyromaniacs, but honestly the one Hero piloting, it's been absolutely brilliant. I just love having all those pulse lasers available. Okay, so we just now need to go after the last 2. So Oddball is going to go... What's Oddball in? He's in my Shrike.
Nobody will hear us, right?
We'll take Oddball... Yeah, we'll take Oddball really close, because then he can be in position next turn to go after this one. We're going to use Vigilant. No, we're not. We're just going to brace. That's fine. It's going to make Oddball a bit of a target for these 2. So they are indeed coming over. No! They're going after my Pyromaniac. Oh, look at that toasted MekaGojira. I mean, I think it's going to be hours before we can touch it. I mean, that thing is hot. Look at it. How are the trees not on fire next to it? Right, so Hero, you're up. We're going to put the mask and the supercharger on so that we can get as close as possible to... Can we get in line of sight of that one easily? No, but we can definitely get in line of sight of this one. Right, let's see, what have we got for accuracy? 23% on that one, ooh, even less on that one. We're just going to go for the bandit that's sitting here.
Firing.
Now you might be thinking, how on earth is that doing 3 damage per shot? It's because of the heat. It means that vehicles take extra damage from heat, so instead of taking 1 point from the weapon, it takes 1 point from the weapon and 2 from the heat. So it just makes it an absolutely brilliant weapon for taking out vehicles. Right, so we're going to move the lane over. How much can we do? We can go, I think, what we can do. We don't have a lot of ammo left because we've run out of our tasers. We've only got 2 harpoons left, so I think let's just charge it and hopefully we'll hit it. I mean, it can't get behind me there because it would have to go all the way down the ramp and all the way around to do that, so it's a nice safe place to charge in that respect.
Bringing the pain.
We've hit it, so that's going to be the fulcrum down. And there it goes, the fulcrum is indeed down and out of action. So we've just got the one last vehicle to get this bandit, and then we can finally end this mission. I hope you've enjoyed it, because I've really enjoyed cooking that MekaGojira. I just enjoyed making these slightly crazy mechs. I mean, it's been fun coming up with something that could do that.
Always with the negative wave, Moriarty.
There are
Always
lots of
with
ways
the
you can beat the
negative wave.
MekaGojira though. If you come in with some really accurate headshot mechs, you're in. Anyway, there we go. That is the last of their units. Yeah, what do you get for legendary toy manufacturer design specs? Yeah, actually, when I was young, I used to collect Zoids, and let's be honest, the MekaGojira looks just like ZoidZilla, and I loved ZoidZilla. He was an amazing Zoid. This was early 80s. I started collecting those. They're still going actually over in Japan. Anyway, there ends the mission.
Mission successful.
Okay, the payout's not bad, nearly 900k. We get minimal salvage for this. Look at the damage that this thing's taken. That's going to be some serious repairing. Do I really need it repaired? I mean, I would like another Pyromaniac that matches the one that Hero was riding, because I think they just have so much potential to be dropped off by Mach 2 lambs. Right, as far as salvage goes, of course they do. They want to keep the MekaGojiras. What are they offering us? Ooh. They're offering us Heatsink Prototype Plus kit. I'm not going to say no to that. Yeah, let's do it. The Prototype Plus kits are normally only found on a really rare type of mech, and that's one that you would only find with, there it is. They're lovely, these are. I highly recommend them. So there we go, that's what we've got. That's all of our salvage. So let's move on and get our loot box. And here's our loot box. There's not much in that, and an extra 300k of C-bills and lots of repairs for me. Well, I hope you enjoyed From the Deep. I certainly did. I've been waiting to use these mechs for a while, and it was fun. So let's hopefully you've enjoyed this. If you did, please like, please tell all your friends, subscribe, and I'll see you all on the battlefield.